What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'll be reviewing the Plank mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. I'll go over the support level of the mattress, what it's made of, run some tests, and finally at the end of the review give my pros and cons, but for right now let's talk about what the Plank feels like. Now, in talking about the feel of the Plank, I think it's important to note that this product was designed specifically for those that are looking for a really firm mattress. It is technically a flippable mattress, with one side being designed to be firm and the side that I'm testing today being extra firm. So regardless of which side you have up, you're going to get strong support to help keep your hips from sinking too far into the mattress. Now, if I was to give it a number out of 10, with 10 being the firmest, I'm gonna give the extra firm side that I'm currently on an 8.5 out of 10. So that's one of the firmer foam mattresses that I've tested. So when you're lying on your back, when my weight is evenly distributed, I definitely feel more on top of the mattress. I don't really sink into the mattress at all. My hips are kind of right in line with the rest of my back. So if you are a strict back sleeper, you want that firm support, you don't want to feel like you're sinking into the mattress at all, I think the Plank is going to be a good choice for you there. Now, because I am feeling on top of the mattress, I'm able to roll around, change positions. There's good mobility here on the Plank. There is some decent bounce to the mattress, which I was happy with. You know, a lot of foam mattresses can give you that kind of trapped in the layers feeling, but that's definitely not the case here with the Plank. And I rolled onto my side. Now, this is where the Plank might not be the best choice for you. Side sleepers tend to prefer softer mattresses so you can sink in for pressure relief. There's really no sinking into the Plank at all. It's a really firm mattress, so I would say probably not the best bet for side sleepers. We're gonna take a closer look at pressure later on in the review, but I gotta say, I did feel a little bit jammed up when I rolled onto my side, so probably better to look at one of Brooklyn Bedding's other kind of softer mattress options if you are a side sleeper. Now, rolling onto my stomach, this is where the Plank really shines. Stomach sleepers tend to need really firm support to keep their hips from sinking to the mattress because it'll bow their back. With the strong support of the Plank, I found that it did a really great job of keeping my hips and spine aligned in a good position. That's something that a lot of foam mattresses cannot provide for stomach sleepers. So like I said, back sleepers, stomach sleepers are gonna find the firm support of the Plank to be good for their spinal alignment. Side sleepers probably gonna wanna look for something a little bit softer. Now, to give you a better idea of what the Plank is all about, I've cut open the back of it so you can see the materials used in the layers of it. First, the cover of the mattress uses a phase change material, so it's got this cool to the touch feeling. It's gonna help you sleep a little bit cooler if you kind of overheat during the middle of the night. Something that I do want to point out though is that phase change material does give the cover kind of a slick feeling, which some people say they don't really like the way it interacts with their sheets, kind of glides over. So that might be one of my complaints or cons with the mattress. We'll go over that a little bit later on. I should also point out that the cover of the Plank is quilted with a little bit of kind of softer foam, so you do get a little bit of pressure relief and comfort right on top of the mattress before you go into the firm high density polyfoam support. Now, like I said before, the Plank is a flippable mattress, so currently I have it set up so that the extra firm side of the mattress is up, so you're not really going to transition from that soft quilted cover into anything that's going to kind of cradling support. You're going to go right into that firm high density polyfoam. Now, this layer is made, high density polyfoam is a layer that's used in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses for a support layer. It's really firm. You can see it's got that quick response to pressure. It's not usually used as like the comfort layer that you're going to lie right on top of. It's usually further down in the mattress. They kind of support the layers of foam, give the mattress its shape, and you kind of transition into it. This is a unique design for the Plank to give it that extra firm feel. Now, like I said, it is a flippable mattress, so below the high density polyfoam is 2 inches of their Titan Flex foam. Now, if you're flipping this over, this is gonna give it more of a kind of 7 out of 10 firmness, 7.5 out of 10 firmness, so still a supportive mattress, but a little bit softer. You can see it's got a quick response to pressure, so you're not gonna have to worry about feeling stuck, even when the Plank is kind of in that, you know, normal firmness level arrangement if you flip the mattress over. So that is going to give you a little bit more pressure relief, a little more sinkage into the mattress. Still going to be able to change positions. Titan Flex is known as kind of a latex alternative, so it's going to help kind of draw heat away from the sleeper still and help you sleep a little bit cooler. And then on the bottom, the cover is the same as the cover on the top of the mattress here. So it's that same phase change material quilted with a little bit of foam, so you do get a little bit of pressure relief out of that as well. Now, instead of just taking my word on what the Plank feels like, I like to run a few tests to give you a more objective view of what's going on here with the mattress. So the first one I run is a pressure map test, and basically I lie a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, lying on my back, My weight's evenly distributed. It's blue across the board. That's pretty much what I expect out of most foam mattresses. It's just good to see that the plank is performing up to the standard there. Rolling onto my side is where it gets really interesting. You know, some mattresses will have, more blue to show low pressure. If it's a softer mattress, I'll be able to sink further into the mattress. With the plank, it did go into the green range mostly across the board. Now that's not terrible, but I think over the night, I would start to feel pressure points forming at the shoulders and the hips. Like I said, it is a firmer mattress. You know, there is a quilted cover on the plank, so it's not actually like sleeping on a plank of wood. But, you know, I do think that, you know, most people, if you have broader shoulders or, spend your entire night on your side, you're going to want to look for something a little bit softer so you can sink further into the mattress without worrying about bumping up against firmer layers. Now rolling onto my stomach, like I said, stomach sleepers really tend to love firm support so their back doesn't kind of get bowed out of the alignment there. Now you can see that it is blue across the board here for the stomach sleepers. That's a nice look for the pressure map, but I also do want to point out that just in general, I felt like it did a really great job for stomach sleepers to keep my spine aligned in a good position. Now another test that I run is the bounce test, and it's basically to check to see on the mobility of the mattress, whether you're going to feel stuck in the layers, more on top of the mattress, things like that. I was really impressed with the bounce on the plank mattress. You know, some all foam mattresses that don't have pocketed coils or, you know, steel coils, anything like that, can give you like a little bit of a trapped feeling in the mattress, but I felt more on top of the plank than in it. I was able to roll around, change positions really easily without fighting any of the foam layers. Now the last test that I'm going to talk about right now that kind of goes hand in hand with that bounce test is a motion transfer test. And basically I take a 10-pound steel ball, drop it from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches to simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed, rolling around in the middle of the night. And if you share the mattress, I put a seismometer down on the other side where you might be sleeping, and it's going to test to see how much disturbance is transferred across the bed with each of those drops. Now I was actually really impressed with the results of the motion transfer test for the plank because it is a firmer mattress with some decent bounce to it. I was expecting there to be higher spikes of disturbance transferred with each of the drops, but it kept really low disturbance, really low motion transfer across the mattress with each drop, which means I think it's probably a good choice for the couples out there. If both you and your partner like a firmer mattress, there is a little bit of foam quilted into the cover of the plank, which I think is cutting down on the disturbance transferred across the bed. So I gotta say, really impressed with the ability of the plank to isolate motion transfer. Now before I finish up the review, I do want to give you some of my pros and cons. Now first up, my recommendations on why I think the plank is a good mattress for you is if you are a stomach sleeper. Stomach sleepers do tend to have a hard time finding a supportive enough mattress to keep their spine aligned in a good position. Like I said, I think the plank has like an 8.5 out of 10 firmness, so a really firm all foam mattress to help with spine alignment while you're sleeping on your stomach. I also like it because it sleeps cool. It's got that phase change material in the cover, which has that cool to the touch feeling, and also the Titan Flex foam in the mattress does a good job of drawing heat away from the sleeper so you won't overheat during the middle of the night. And finally, I think it's a good choice for the couples out there, especially if the couples are looking for a firmer mattress. It did really well on the motion transfer portion of the review, so we didn't really see that high of spikes in disturbance transferred across the bed with each of those drops. And also I thought it did pretty well on the edge support portion, allowing me to sleep all the way to the end of the bed without worrying about kind of collapsing the side of the mattress, rolling out of bed in the middle of the night, anything like that. Now, some of my complaints or cons for the plank mattress, reasons I don't think it'd be for you, is if you are a side sleeper. Generally, side sleepers just like softer mattresses so you can sink further in for pressure relief so you don't get jammed up at the shoulders. The plank is specifically designed to have a really firm feel, so in general, you're just going to want to look for something a little bit softer. Check out a little bit more of Brooklyn Bedding's other mattresses like the Brooklyn Aurora, things like that, for a softer feel if you want to sink a little bit deeper into the mattress. And also, one complaint that I've heard with phase change material covers is while they do sleep cool, they have this slick feeling to it, and sometimes people don't like the way their sheets kind of glide over the cover of the mattress, so that slick feeling would be one of my complaints. Now, if you are interested in purchasing a plank mattress, I want to give you a little basic purchasing information. First up, there is a 120-night trial period, so you can have it in your home for about 4 months, deciding whether you want to keep it or send it back. There is a 10-year warranty, which I would say is about the kind of standard bed-in-a-box warranty for all foam mattresses. It does ship for free. It will arrive compressed in a box, and in terms of price, it ranges from $699 up to $1,249 if you're paying full price. But if you use the code SLEEPOpolis20, you can save 20% on your purchase. So that's it for my review of the Plank. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if you're not looking for a super firm feel, I would say Google Sleepopolis and Brooklyn Bedding Review, because it is a part of the Brooklyn Bedding mattress line, and they do have a wide range of models, including those with some softer feels to it. Also, be sure to check out our social media so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements, and check out sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.